Hey, this is Michael with Digital T-Shirt Shop. So, working on the speed treater here. So let me tell you a little bit about what I did. So the first thing I did is I put the handle on this morning. Basically a couple of washers and bolts right there. I had to make sure that this nozzle was at 50%. The machine was off. Emergency stop was out. Which that's the stop. That emergency stop is out. The machine is not turned on. On the back side, I had to have the in hose going out the in, which is, let me get that to refocus there, in and out, going into in and out, and then both of them going into the pre-treatment solution. This pre-treatment solution is what I got from Anajet. And then the machine is plugged in. They recommend plugging it into a surge protector. Now the next thing I'm supposed to do is turn it on, push the on off button, turn it on. So there we go, it's on now. The start button will start to blink. Now, actually, what I was supposed to do first just checking the notes here real fast. I'm just looking at the out on, start, button will start to blink. No. Okay. So push the start button once the speed control determines the amount. Now it's time to. So it says I should. Anyways, well, I push the start button once, like it said, and then it said I'm supposed to jog it to get the pre-treatment spray in. So something doesn't seem to be working. I push jog, nothing works. I push start, nothing works. Okay, I'm going to need to pause this and go figure out what's going on. This is part 2, I guess, of the speed treater. So I figured out what the problem is. I tried this, that, and the other. I tried taking the hoses out, hoses in, power, settings, buttons, everything you can think of. And then when it came down to it, see that that's not closed all the way? In my case, that drawer is kind of tight, and it has a sensor right here. And that sensor, that has to actually be completely closed like that. And then that speed treater will work, and you're like seeing a reflection there. But so what I'll do is I'm going to load a shirt, and then we'll try it and see how it goes. Okay, so I have a red t-shirt on my speed treater here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close that. Make sure that's closed all the way there. And then right up here, I've got it set at 60. And again, I need to test these. I need to see kind of what the coverage is, how long they take to dry, kind of all the works on it. But as it is right here, I'm going to go ahead and hit for this to go. And you'll see down here that it'll come on and bam, it zaps it just like that. It beeps. It's done. I'll pull that out. And it has sprayed. And you can't really tell, but it looks like the spray's come out to about this point. It does fade about this point. But it looks like the coverage is pretty smooth all through here. It's a little light over here as well. And I have it set up here to about an inch and a half, so that it's not going all the way up to the collar. You know, it's stopping about here. Yeah, and then I've got it stopping about here as well. Up here it's about 17 inches. So the shirt may go to, with the plate that's in here, I don't know, 20 inches, 21 inches. I don't know that I'd ever go to 24. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it over here to my heat press. And then my heat press has a hover option about there that allows it to hover above the shirt. This is one of the things I've got to test. I've got it set at about 50 seconds and 350. And so, oops, I hit my hand. So far I noticed that it almost completely dries it. I need to do it a little bit longer. So a second time, and it doesn't completely do the edges. But the coverage is pretty good. So we'll try that. And then also I've got one here that I've done already, and I'm going to go ahead and print on it here in just a second. Now this was the very first one that I did, and there was a little bit of bubbling in the pre-treatment solution. Now this is just a test shirt, so I'm not really concerned about it, but so the very first time I put it through and the very first time I sprayed it on the shirt, it did bubble a little bit, and I've not seen that on any of the other shirts that I've done so far. I'm going to go ahead and print an image on here too, and we'll see how they end up looking.